currently have 6 HP.
All right, we're live. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Roll Out of Bed, where no matter what time it is,
We just woke up.
I'm your game master, Nev,
And I'm your player, Ian.
and we are playing the second session of a campaign titled Brave New World. All right. What?
I said we sure are.
We sure are. That's perfectly true. As always, if you want to see Ian's character, check the link in the description. That feels weird to say as a real person. I will be honest.
We
Okay.
ain't no YouTubers.
We will be.
We are now.
We are now, baby. All right. I guess. Oh no, sorry. So the system we are using the system called GURPS. This is a system I'm most familiar with. I've been using it for 8 years. Ian, you've been using it for like a year and a half, I think.
Approximately.
Okay, so the way GURPS works, quick summary, just at the beginning of every session. 3 dice system. If you look at the character sheet in the description, you want to roll under whatever number that is. 3 dice system. Last time I forgot to say they're 3 D6s. That's important, but I think you probably figured it out, or you looked it up if you cared. With that, I think we can jump right in.
All right.
So leave you a little summary of what happened last time. Our good character, Benjamin Newman, played by Ian, was sent on a mission by the Sakamuras to go locate Joe Sakamura, who was lost in a sector, E1W, the star Rasputin's gift bearer. Upon arriving there, he found some sort of ship graveyard. Further investigation took him onto the ship, where he discovered several unpleasant entities, we'll put it. That sound about right?
Sounds correct to me.
All right. And from there, he eventually made it to the laboratory where the distress signal was emanating from. A device activated, and subsequently, our little hero was rendered unconscious.
Yeah.
Let me check our audio level really quick. Somebody just sent me a message.
Oh no.
Our audio level's fine. Never mind. We're good. All right. So, are you ready to begin?
I am ready.
Let me check if you have anything I need to roll. I don't think so.
I don't believe
I'm used to all of my other players. Hello, Tatsaki. Love to get enemies.
No,
And
I
it's not great.
didn't
Anyway.
take anything like that.
No, you didn't. Okay, so we're good. All right. You ready?
I'm prepared as I'll ever be.
All right. You feel a throbbing pain fill your head as you slowly realize that you've regained consciousness. The images and sounds that filled your head what seemed like only moments ago seem now like nothing but a distant memory. You open your eyes as you attempt to struggle to your feet, only to discover that your eyes are already open. Wherever you are is pitch black and deathly silent. The floor seems to pitch unsteadily beneath you, though whether the problem is structural or mental is still too early to say. As your few viable senses attempt to discern anything from your current environment, a rank smell fills your nose, bringing tears to your eyes and tightening your throat. Your headache doesn't seem to be subsiding, but with no idea where you are, the idea of sitting still and waiting it out makes you squirm. A dark, foreboding environment awaits you. What would you like to do?
Well, my firefly swarm is gone, so I have no source of light because I lose everything good in life.
I mean, you do have just defaultly on your suit, you would have a small flashlight along with your
Okay.
whatever you call it, pocket device. You're
whatever.
I don't want to call it a Pip-Boy. I'll never call it a Pip-Boy, but that's basically what the suits have.
The little machine.
Yeah.
I'll activate my small light and see if I can get some sort of vision.
All right. Well, you'll certainly get. What? Where's mine? Oh, they're over there. Okay. Let me roll your perception. That's pretty good. All right. So your light isn't working fantastically.
Of course.
You think either whenever you shorted out your radio or something, your suit systems are all still kind of rebooting. It's working decently, but it's like, you know how you have like a hand charged flashlight? It's kind of like on the really dim setting. You're getting a little bit. You can tell you're still in the lab.
So can I tell if the lab is pitching and bucking, or if it's just my perception?
Give me an HT roll.
What'd
you roll?
Perfect success.
Perfect success. What do you mean perfect success?
As in
right
10.
on.
Right
Okay.
on.
I was like, is that a crit? What's
No.
perfect?
I rolled a 1.
That'd be pretty good. Okay, yeah. So you kind of stand back up, and I mean, you're already standing back up. You kind of take a moment, and everything stops spinning. You can tell it was just you. The lab seems to be structurally stable.
That is much preferable. I don't like it when the things around me fall apart.
Yeah, it's not preferable, really, especially in space.
Especially in space. It's probably one of the most dangerous places.
All right, so you can see, actually, there are 2, as your eyes kind of readjust to the dark levels, you can see there's 2 very dim light sources. One, there's the blinking red light of the device that activated last time. You remember it was blinking before it went off before, and then it switched to a green and went on. And there's one other light, a small blue a little very dim light. Blue light is kind of flashing, not regularly. I can't think of the word. Infrequently.
Right. Well, my instinct says go to the new thing, so I would like to make my way over to the blue light.
You gonna go over to the blue light?
Yeah.
All right. You go over to the blue light. It appears to be a computer console.
Just the console has a light on it.
Yeah, there's like you know how on your desktop you have like a little the tower light. It's like, oh, here's the processor. It's flashing to denote things are happening.
Interesting. I would like to access the console and see if I can assess what is going on.
Okay, give me a computer operation -1, just because it's dark and you're unfamiliar with this model.
Okay, let me look into that. Operation got. 5, 6, 7. Oh no.
No,
well,
what'd you go
actually, hold on. That's 11, 12, 13. Actually,
13?
That's a perfect success with the -1.
Perfect success. All right,
14.
cool. Yeah, you get it. You get it going up. It seems like the screen takes a little while to start, longer than you'd like. It appears to be a mostly black screen. You can just see there's like a small length bar and a play button, and that's about it. It appears to be an audio file of some description.
Interesting. I'll play it.
All right. You play the audio message. You hear a familiar voice. Hey, if you're hearing this, I'm sure you have questions. Just don't panic, all right? I'll tell you what you're going to do. Here's what you're going to do. But first, can I ask you a personal question? And the audio feed cuts out abruptly. That was Joe's voice. The console appears to have shorted out after that short playback.
Damn. Well,
you can see it's still powered, but nothing's responding.
Right. All right. So that doesn't actually give me any more information other than the fact that he is presumably alive to leave me messages, which is a good thing because that's kind of what I want.
Just in case I didn't say this, you did wake up with all your possessions on you. You're not missing anything.
That's good.
Except for the firefly swarm that you got eaten last time.
That was my own fault.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I couldn't have known beforehand.
No, you really couldn't have.
All right, I would like to go over to the machine itself, the big one.
Okay.
And inspect it a little bit.
All right. Do you? Let me see. You have an engineering skill, right? I believe.
Have one. Yes, electronics.
Electronics. Actually, give me a machinist roll.
Machinist. All right. 15. Oh, that shouldn't be.
Whoa, that's nice.
That was a 2. For 8.
8. That's not bad. That's a success by 7.
Yeah.
7. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So you remember what it looked like before, more or less, in the full lighting of the lab. It looks like several parts of it are damaged now. You can see some of the cables that looked like tendrils before, and some of the not cables. What would you call them? Tubes. Right. Some of the tubes have been severed. There's some of them are sparking uncomfortably. You look inside, and you can see that where it had a large crystal mass before, there's just a fine powder on the floor of the machine, and they're no longer levitating. The light's still on, so you assume the machine is still powered, but you're not certain if it's still operational.
Interesting.
Maybe with a better roll you could discern that, but this isn't exactly your area of expertise.
Yeah. Can I collect? Is like the where the crystals were open, or is it like closed?
It's closed, but it was a glass door, like a stasis pod, if you remember. You could attempt to open it. You haven't tried.
I would like to do that.
Okay. Yeah, it opens.
Oh, okay, it just opened.
Yeah. There's just a regular latch. You can just pop it open.
Can I find like a small like container?
Your suit has small pouches on it.
Oh, that works.
Since it's a spacesuit, they're by default vacuum sealed.
That works. Can I collect some of the crystal dust?
Yeah, certainly. Just note it.
Put it down. Okay. Crystal dust.
That's probably a drug.
It's definitely a drug.
Crystal dust? Yeah, I'm almost certain.
But that's okay.
Okay.
This is real. And then,
other than that, the lab appears to be exactly how it was before, but dark.
So there's still power to the console and this,
but there appears to be no power anywhere else.
Nowhere else. That's odd.
And actually, the power has gone off in the computer console.
Right. So it's just the machine that's getting powered, which makes me think that it has a power source other than just the rest of the ship.
That's something you could assume.
But I don't know where that would be coming from, and I'm not sure how it would benefit me to find. So I'm not going to worry about that. I would like to. So let's see. Let me look at my notes. Is there anything in here that I wanted to look at? I don't think so. No, that was in a
Actually,
Oh?
you are noticing now that you're standing so close to the machine that you just went in and swooped it up. The machine, you can hear it's making a very different. It's quiet, but you can hear it somewhere inside of it. A very, I can't think of the word. A rattling noise, and it does appear to be giving off significantly more heat than it was a moment ago.
Ah, I don't like that. I would like to get away and head towards the airlock to the.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. The airlock is still open on this side. Would you just like to go in and close the door?
I would like to go in and close the door.
All right. Give me a little moment. Give me a little. I need a few more dice than I have.
Oh no.
You should survive this.
Okay.
I tested it.
That's good to know.
All right. Yeah. Can you take 3 damage for me? Oh, you have armor. So you're fine.
Okay.
I assume you have at least 3 armor, right?
Yeah, I have 36 over 6.
Over 6? Yeah. The over 6 is fine. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you hear a very loud explosion from the other room. And you see several small. The airlock door itself is fine, but several small shards of shrapnel metal pierce through, and they strike you. Most of their kinetic energy was lost going through the door. You can tell that the lab is now open to space. You can tell just because they're from the small holes in the airlock door, you're getting a lot of pressure. You can attempt to open the other door and go into the cargo bay.
I would like that, even though that sounds like a bad idea, because that's where I last saw a dangerous beast. But that's all right.
That's correct. However,
I would rather not, die in space.
Good point. All right. Yeah. So, would you like to press the button?
I would like to press the button.
Okay. It takes a while because it's fighting against the holes in the airlock depressurizing while it's trying to repressurize. Right. The holes are slight enough that it gets to a level where it's deemed stable. It does open.
Okay. And then I would like to quickly move through.
Yeah, you quickly move through. The door actually closes just as you go through. You think it only stayed pressurized long enough for how long it took you to get through the door, and it repressurized.
As a note,
depressurized.
Right.
Yes.
Am I still seeing the shadowy figures?
You are not actually.
Yes. Okay.
You were no longer seeing those visions or hearing those uncomfortably noises.
That makes me
uncomfortable
feel
noises. Uncomfortable noises.
That makes me feel a little bit better about.
All right, you are back in the cargo bay.
Do I hear ticking?
No.
Or clicking?
There's no tapping of any kind. The cargo bay is completely silent. You also notice there is a complete lack of the purple glow you had experienced previously in the ship.
Interesting. So is it just dark?
It's just dark except for your little flashlight.
Little flashlight. All right. But other than that, the room appears the same from the limited visibility I have.
Oh, the same? Okay.
Well,
let's see. Actually, you notice that all of the shelves and boxes and crates you appeared to have pushed over last time appear to be back where they were.
That's odd.
Still on the shelf.
Do they have labels?
Higher or lower?
Lower.
No. Sorry.
It's all right. That's all right. I think I will move towards the
It's not cocaine tots. Anyway, sorry.
No, we just
I just looked at the chat. All right.
It's fine. I would like to move towards the door, and slowly and carefully.
The large cargo bay door, or the small one?
The smaller one.
Okay.
Because that has a window.
Yeah. When you say slowly and carefully, do you want to roll? Oh, you don't have stealth.
No.
Yeah, sure.
Just not I'm not trying to sneak. I'm just
you make it there without incident.
being cautious. Okay. I would like to peer through the window that we discovered last time.
It's dark.
It is dark. I put my
You put your
it
just appears to be the same empty hallway. The purple glow, however, is still not in the section of the ship.
All right. The lack of light might make it harder to see, something trying to kill me, but also it has made noise every time.
That's correct.
So that's all right. I will try the door. Is it locked?
I really want to say yes, but
I know.
Now that we established the lock's on the outside, I really want to say yes, but it's not.
Okay. I thought you might, but I wanted to check.
It wouldn't be.
Okay. I will open the door and go into the hallway.
Okay. It's the same hallways before.
Good. At this point, I would like to contact Sam.
Oh, you'd like to use your radio?
Yeah.
Can you give me a roll for that and not make an 18?
I would like to.
Give me a little spacer.
Yeah.
That's not an 18. That's an 8.
There's
an 8 in
better.
it. Okay. Your radio is only getting static.
Ah, that is uncomfortable. Am I picking up any signals of any
Would you like to
kind?
just do like a passive scan?
Yes,
Sure, that'll take a while to go through everything, but
that's all right.
you just want to do that while you continue on?
Yes. As
Okay.
I go, I retrace my steps.
Retrace your steps? Okay. You retrace your steps. The hallway's fairly empty. It's a fairly long hallway. It spans most of the length of the ship. As you get to the viewports, that you looked about before and you saw your ship, and that's how you knew you could contact Sam easily. As you pass by the viewport, you pondered the flickering shadows in what seems now like so long ago. You sharply do a double take as you stare out at the cruel caricature before you. What was before so clearly and familiarly a black and empty void now sits before you, uncomfortable, unclear, and unknown. As you peer out at the ship graveyard, your eyes strain to pick out the shapes of the damaged vessels through a thick and unwavering purple mist. Swirling and vaporous, the dark violet fog stretches out seemingly as far as your vision can reach before hiding the rest of what you can only assume to be the sector in a foreign and uncomfortable veil.
Well, that's just lovely. I'm so excited about that purple fog you've created for me.
It's a good thing the fog's out there and you're in here.
Oh, I'm very glad of that. Can I?
I mean, space is also out there. So
It is. It's much worse out there.
yes, what were you gonna say?
Can I see, like, my ship still docked, or is it too thick?
It's too thick. It's either too thick or your ship is no longer there. You cannot tell. One of the two.
I'm hoping it's just the fog, because I'd really rather prefer to have my ship.
As most people do.
I guess I'll continue making my way back to back the way I came initially.
Okay. So you get back to where you were before. You remember the crossroads, more or less, I guess, with the two paths, one to the left, one to the right, and one up, and the door into the crew's quarters.
Yeah.
The door to the crew quarters is locked.
It's locked. I didn't leave it locked.
You did not.
I don't like that.
You also didn't put all the crates back.
I do. That is correct. There are multiple things happening that I did not do. Which implies to me that there's probably either someone else here or some freaky thing happened and something like reset. But
You figure that out as you go.
That's for future me to decide. I think I'm going to. Is the lock on the inside of this door?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. This door does not have a window.
Ah, yeah, that would make sense.
This is a large, considering this crew quarters goes directly to the engine room, this is a large, like, heavy metal door. It does have a clearly defined, like, keyhole on it. Like, obviously, you could get this door open. It's just locked currently.
And I don't have a key or any skill in breaking open doors.
Not to my knowledge, you don't know.
Unless I suddenly got really good at things, but I didn't.
And you cannot gizmos a key to this specific door. I will just tell you now.
I was assuming I couldn't.
No, that would be broken.
I'm just make a key to any door I want.
I'm Gizmos 85. You can't keep me out. But yeah,
that's just Eli.
That is just Eli.
No, I will then. I think I will go up the
up the ladder. Okay.
Ladder.
You climb the ladder for a good ways. The ship's much longer than it is tall, but it's a good two or three stories. I don't know if stories are different than floors. 2 or 3 decks. Yeah. You get up to what looks like a maintenance shaft, more or less. There's a small ventilation thing you can see through. It looks like it only goes a few feet, and then there's a vent, and it looks like it leads to a room.
Well, I like rooms. Then I like other things. So I
you want to go in
that
there?
way. Yeah.
Okay, go in there. Just give me a strength roll to push the vent out if you'd like to go into there.
Okay. Be not horrible.
That's pretty bad for your strength.
That's pretty bad.
How much did you fail by?
Failed by 4.
Failed by 4. Okay, you push against it, and you hear it creak. Like it'll definitely give. You just got like a bad angle. Give me another roll. I mean, if you'd like to try again.
I would like to try again. I'm not giving up. That's better. 5, 6, 7. So it's success by 3.
Success by 3? Yeah, it pops off.
There we go.
As you push aside the vent and peer into the cavern within, you begin to bring up your light before realizing the space is already illuminated by the steadily pulsating violet glow of the outside. Before you appears. That's a comma. Before you sits what appears to be the cockpit of this vessel. 2 chairs sit unsteadily centered in the middle of the room, one upright, the other fallen over. You notice uneasily that both of these seats had previously been bolted down as you spot a series of nuts and bolts strewn about the floor. Following the trail of metallic parts, your eyes lead you to the ship's console. Where normally monitors and displays would span the ship's dashboard, you see a wall of papers, precariously and violently stuck in a bizarre and alarming pattern. Messages crawled along them written in Corthin, linked together by thin strands of an indiscernible material. As you step forward to take a closer look at these papers, you see more stuff within the cockpit storage compartments, resting partially hidden beneath the commands, fluttering annoyingly behind the vents. Papers fill every corner of the room, obscured but not hidden. As you curiously hold up a paper to the eerie light of the outside, another frightening image passes nearly unnoticed within your peripheral vision, but quickly rushes to a panicked realization. Where before stood the star, Rasputin's gift-bearer, blinding and unyielding, now sits a massive and mysterious orb. You struggle to make out any further detail through the thick purple mist. To discern any more, you would have to get closer. Much closer.
Oh. Yay.
You're in the cockpit.
Mysterious orbs. Is there any power anywhere that I can see? Like, does it
In the cockpit.
Yeah.
Let me give you a little perception roll. No, not in here. It seems to be illuminated solely by whatever it is that's outside.
Well, that...
Which is something I forgot to say at the viewport. It was giving off a soft glow.
Right.
My mistake.
That's all right. That's all right. So all these papers are in Corthin, you said?
Yes, they are all written in Corthin.
I can't read that.
You cannot.
Still.
They are simply papers, however.
That's true. I can take some.
Yeah.
I would, well... Are they, like, all connected, or is it, like, some are connected and others are, like, off and not connected to
all the
everything?
ones that are actually like placed on the wall with like the string of whatever material connecting them
Right.
are connected. All the ones that are just like strewn about are not. They appear to be just exactly that, strewn about.
So it's like a conspiracy web and then other things around.
Yeah, and then other things that are just like papers like stuffed under things around the floor.
Interesting. So it looks like someone went insane.
Well, I mean,
To me-
if that's what you want to take that as, then yes.
Either went insane or has a lot of things to write down. Usually connected webs follow insanity, but I could be wrong and I shouldn't judge before I know them. So I'm going to collect a few of the loose papers.
Okay. The loose ones. Okay.
Yeah. And do I have any way of like capturing an image?
Yeah. I'd say your suit's visor can do that.
Cool. And then I'll just capture an image of the connected ones.
Okay. Sure. Actually, you do notice now. You didn't notice when you were looking to see if anything was powered, but now that you stepped back to take a larger picture, you see a very, very small blinking light near one of the consoles.
Ah.
Okay, you want to check it out?
Yes, I will go to it.
Oh, you check it out. It appears to be a small data stick. It's just blinking, like, you know, when the USB, when you plug it in, it just has that small light.
Right.
That appears to be all that's
Just
powered.
that. Well.
It is just a data stick.
Yes, that's better than nothing, I suppose. Can I attach that to my little
Yes, you can.
computer?
Okay, give me a let me think. That's not quite computer operation. I'll let you roll it. Computer operation -1.
Okay. That's not bad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is a success by 6.
By 6? Okay. It is corrupted. You can get some of it out, but the rest will have to be cleared later by someone more skilled than you. What you can get is another audio. It appears to be part of a security camera. You're not getting video. You're only getting audio. You hear two voices. You hear, "The deal's gone through. We gave you all the equipment you asked for. Now it's time for you to fulfill your side of the deal." And the other voice, "Of course, my friend. But first, can I ask you a personal question?" And it cuts off there.
So that the second voice I recognize
As
as
Joe's,
Joe.
yes, correct.
All right.
Oh, you noticed more than I thought. Sorry, I read your perception roll wrong.
That's all right.
You also notice attached to one of the strings on the web, what'd you call it, the conspiracy board?
Conspiracy, yeah.
There is a small earring. It looks like hanging on there. It looks like it was snagged there, not intentionally placed. But I mean, obviously you can't tell for sure.
Right. I would like to go and pick it up.
Okay. It's black and roughly star-shaped.
Interesting. Is this like?
Have you seen it before? No.
Yes.
There's only one.
Starish.
That's all you immediately see in the room, but
All right.
you could continue looking if you'd like.
Yes. So I would like to
Yeah.
So is it only the chairs that have been like uprooted, or have other? Like,
The chairs really seem to be the only thing that could have been uprooted.
Right.
The consoles are part of the wall.
Right. So they weren't messed with.
It's not a large cockpit.
Right.
It's big enough for a pilot and a co-pilot and maybe somebody standing behind.
So does it look like they were like taken apart or like pulled?
It looks like they were actually meticulously like unscrewed. They weren't like ripped out of the floor.
Interesting. And like the
Yeah.
are they padded or is it just like a hard seat?
They're just hard metal seats.
Okay, so it's
they they swivel, but other than
Right,
that, they're
no.
pretty featureless.
Yes. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm personally done here.
Okay.
I didn't see anything else interesting. So is there an exit to this room?
Oh, you mean like other than
the vent? Yes.
There is a door. It might not be. It looks like one of the sliding ones. It might not be powered, but you can give it a shot.
Sure. I might as well try it.
Okay. Give me a. Actually, sorry. Try it. You want to try it?
I would like to try.
It is unpowered.
Okay.
You want to give me a strength roll to try to pry the doors open?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
4, 5, 6.
What's that?
Oh, 7.
7. So success by 3.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You pry them open a little bit. You're gonna have to make another roll if you want to get it all the way open. You can see inside. It looks like a not quite an airlock, but you know how some rooms will have like a small hallway before,
Right.
like a security features almost.
That's a fail by 1.
Fail by 1. If you'd like to spend an FP, you can get the rest of the way open. Oh, I forgot. You did recover all your FP from last time because you've been unconscious.
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend an FP.
Okay. Yeah. So you get the rest of the way open. Actually, on the wall you can spot. It looks like there's. I'd call them more or less coat hooks. You can see there is a ring of keys on one of them.
Ooh, I like keys. I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going to take it.
Okay.
That might be useful. Are the keys labeled?
Yes, they are. You can see there is one labeled crew quarters.
So then they're in common. That's good. Or at least that one.
Well, there's about 4 keys.
All right.
Not about. There's exactly 4 keys.
There are 4 keys.
Yes.
So I'm assuming there's another door at the end of the hallway.
There is. This one appears to be actually a bulkhead. So I mean, if you were very strong, maybe, but it seems unlikely you can open it from this side.
Very strong. So there's no like emergency opening.
You assume there would be on the other side, but this one probably you don't see any panels. If there is one, it's hidden somewhere, and you didn't build this ship.
That's unfortunate.
Maybe with enough time you could find it, but you can't always
perfect.
go back the way you came.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay. I mean, if you do want to look, I'll let you, but it might take a while.
No, I'm all right. I'm not that patient.
Okay. All right. So you want to go back down?
I would like to go back down.
All right. You get back down without incident, more or less.
That's good.
Would you like to try the key on the door?
I would like to use the key on the lock.
All right. It works. It works.
The key explodes and you die.
Wow, that'd be exciting. Good key.
Fun little prank.
A little prank to pull on your friends. Exploding house keys. Okay. Yeah. You open it back up. All of the bodies are gone, as are the symbols. In the place of each body, you can see a small marble-like crystalline structure, all black. You do actually notice, however, there is one that is red. They're small, vaguely marble-shaped and crystalline. I think I said that, but just to reiterate.
Marble crystal. Okay. So there's one for each of the bodies.
You have a photograph memory? Yeah. Then yes, there's one exactly for each body was. Actually, the red one seems to be an extra.
Interesting.
That's the only one that doesn't correspond with the body to your memory.
That's odd. How many of them are
there? I have to go back and check how many bodies there were. Just a second.
I need to know.
13 plus the red one.
13 plus the red one. Okay. I think I would like to get a closer look at that red crystal.
The red one? Okay, how so?
Like pick it up and.
Oh, okay, you'd like to pick it up.
Yeah.
Give me a will roll, please.
I don't like will.
You have a good will.
I know, but I don't like rolling against it. Because that means
you know.
Just because I was aware doesn't mean he was.
Oh yeah, I know. I appreciate that you're not.
5. That's 10. So that's a
success by 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. So you kind of get. I don't know how to phrase this quite right. It's not taking over your vision, but kind of like a daydream you can't control.
Right.
Like you have conscious perception of where you are in real time, but you're able to you hear and see something like that you're not consciously imagining. Does that kind of make sense? Mm-hmm. Like a vision almost. You can see. What Oh, sorry. I misread this. Where is it? There it is. Okay. You can see you're looking through somebody else's viewpoint. Looking down, you don't have conscious control of where they're looking, but just
Right.
from their actions, you can't consciously discern who this is.
Mm.
You can, however, see that there's Joe in front of them. He's holding a gun. You hear him say, "But first, can I ask you a personal question?" before the vision cuts out.
Of course. And that's it? Is it
Yes.
Curious. I'm going to pocket that crystal
Okay.
and then go over to one of the black crystals.
Okay.
And also pick it up.
Make me a will roll once again.
Be not bad.
Whoa!
4, 5, 6.
6. If your will was 16, that'd be a crit.
It would be, but it's not.
Okay. Roll a fright check for me.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 success. Oh, that's a success, isn't it?
Yes. That's
Okay. So you're a little shaken, but nothing you can't shake off. You're getting nothing. You're getting nothing. It's kind of like taking over. Like you know how people go crazy when they're locked in that room that's just complete silence.
Oh yeah.
You're getting like consciously, since you've maintained your consciousness in this room, you're fine. But in the back of your head, it's absolutely quiet, absolutely silent, nothing. You assume you're looking through the viewpoint of somebody who is dead.
I don't like that. I immediately drop it.
Yeah. I feel like you would not like being dead.
I don't think I would, no. Okay.
That appears to be all that's in this room. Is those.
That's interesting. So, and there are no more symbols. Those are gone.
The symbols are gone. Well, as are the bodies and the blood.
Yeah.
I didn't specify that, but I kind of implied it with the bodies being gone. My mistake.
I got it. All right. I suppose then I'll move towards the engine room.
All right. You walk back into the engine room. It's the same as before. There's the door back out into the hallway, the door to here, and the door to the armory.
The vines are gone, though?
The veins are gone. That's correct. You assume that's why the glow is no longer present.
Yes, but I don't. That doesn't. It's not reassuring, even though they attacked me.
All right.
I don't like things not being there when I thought they were.
Well, yes.
All right.
That is how object permanence works.
Usually. Unless you are very young.
All right. So yes, there's the way into the hallway and the armory.
All right. At this moment, since I don't perceive any immediate threats and I'm feeling a bit curious, I am going to actually go to the armory and see if I can open it.
Well, you didn't come here before, so you're not sure if anything's different. You can see the floors covered with discarded weapons, seemingly thrown off of their racks in a mad search for something. Would you like to look through?
Yeah, I'll give a cursory.
Okay. Yeah, cursory glance because you don't have search. Oh, that's good. Okay, you scan the piles. Something odd in one of the piles catches your eye.
I will pick it up.
Okay. You pull it out. It appears to be a handgun. Though of a model and manufacturer you can't imagine you've seen before. A photographic memory, you are certain you've never seen this before. The gun appears to be almost biological in construction, and while the firing mechanism seems fairly straightforward, why can't I speak? You're not sure if it would betray you in the heat of the moment. Looking at it makes you a bit uncomfortable.
Oh.
But other than that, it appears to just be a handgun.
Well, I have no skill in guns, nor knowledge.
That's true.
So this could be valuable at the very least.
You just want to pocket it or something?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
But
yeah, I
don't care for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Strange.
It's odd though.
It is odd. Strange gun. All right, and that's really the only thing interesting.
I mean, there's a lot of regular guns, but I mean, as you just said, you don't really have any interest in them.
Not particularly.
If you want to grab one, you can, but that's up to you purely.
I'm not really interested in anything out of the ordinary at
Okay.
that point. So I will return to the engine room and move down the hall.
Okay. Am I safe in assuming you're just heading back towards your ship?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you're wandering through the halls. Yeah.
I am.
Wandering through the halls, everything's the same, dark and quiet. Actually, you hear in the distance, not a tapping. The only thing you can hear is after a while of wandering, you hear a quiet noise, much like fittingly, you know the sound a marble makes rolling across just like a hardwood floor?
Yes.
Just that's all you hear, really. It's quiet. It's not loud, and it doesn't appear to be going in any specific direction towards or against you. It's just there.
I don't like non-specific sounds. At this point, they make me much more nervous than they used to.
All right.
So I can't discern in which direction it's
You can discern in which direction it is, but it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't appear like it's either going towards or away from you.
Right,
It's just
it's-
kind of there.
Which direction is it coming from?
It's ahead of you. If you keep going this way, you will likely encounter the source of the sound. But I mean,
Right.
obviously, you could find a side hall if you really didn't want to.
Actually,
Although you do have curious.
I do have curious, but before that, have I passed the like crew quarters I found initially? Yeah.
Oh, you mean that random one?
Yeah, the random.
Yeah,
one that
I'd say you
I
have.
adopted.
Why would you like to
I
go
would.
back?
Yeah, I would like to look at it because it was in disarray when I went down. I want to see if it
Oh,
also
okay.
has been returned to not that.
Yes, actually, it does appear to be in more or less what you would assume is kind of standard procedure. The bed's tucked in, everything is put away, and drawers are closed. Yeah, just like that.
All right.
The kitchen appears to be empty. It wasn't before, but that. Who's to say what that's about?
Who's to say?
I'm to say, but I won't.
That's true. All right. Having noticed that, I will continue. I will seek out the source of this sound.
Okay. Yeah. You don't have to really seek it out. Once you keep going down this hallway, you do encounter another small marble. This one's just black. Looking into it, it's a little bit smoky.
Smoky, and it's just is it moving?
Yeah, it seems to be just like kind of rolling in a circle, a small circle. It's not blocking the hallway by any means. You could simply pass by it, but that's up to you.
Oh, I cannot. I cannot just pass by. I must pick it up.
Okay. Give me a will roll. This one -1. Not a big minus. But no, you're fine. That's a
679.
Oh no, that's a 12. With that -1, you have failed.
I failed.
All right. So it's much the same as before, except this time you don't maintain your passive like consciousness in this thing. You're
Right.
purely seeing through the vision of this. You appear to be seeing through the view of, you can tell through the view of that cloud of mysterious fog or whatever it is. It appears to just be roaming the halls, and you can't tell there's any kind of pattern. You assume this is what it was doing before you got there and once you left when it was chasing you around the ship.
Right.
After a few moments, it appears to, you can feel, you can't actively read its thoughts, but you get like a passive sense of like,
Right.
think if you were a really bad empath who could only feel emotions, Deanna Troy. But worse than that, like you can get very surface level thoughts.
Like,
It appears to know you're there on some level, and it gets agitated. After a moment, you're a little different than last time where you just kind of lost sense of it. It appears
Right.
you were forcibly removed.
ah.
Give me, can you lose 1 FP for me?
Yes. Do I get any sense that it's like in those moments aware of my like presence on the ship, or is it just like
It seemed to be aware that it was being I guess let's see. I have to roll to see how vague of a sense you got. Okay, you have a decent idea. It appears to be able to sense that it was being perceived, but much more than that, you can't really tell.
That's all right. Well, that's a little terrifying, and these crystals make me nervous. I think I'm going to keep this one as well.
Okay.
Unless it does something.
I mean,
horrible to me.
if you attempt to pick it up, it's going to just roll right out of your hand.
Oh, it just moves. Okay,
yeah.
that's fine.
If you try to pocket it, you don't know what you could attempt it, but it doesn't appear to be. It's not staying stable like the other ones were.
Then I'll leave it alone.
Okay. I'm certainly not stopping you. I'm just saying it may be difficult.
I'd rather. It's not worth the extra effort, but yeah, that's fine. Then I will continue on towards my ship, listening for ticking.
Okay.
Tapping.
All right. Yeah, you don't hear anything on the way back. You do make it back to the docking port. You remember you got that nice little crit last time, so you could undock immediately. However, unfortunately, your ship is no longer docked.
So there's just nothing there.
No. If it helps you, however, all the there have been labels on the walls of the ship. However, most things have you were looking for a signal before, so they weren't really helpful to you. You can tell that further down the hall there are escape pods, if you'd like, escape shuttles, more or less. But your ship, however, is not here.
Yay!
Your radio scan has come back, by the way. You are picking up nothing on any channel.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's what I was hoping for. Really, I like being alone with absolutely no.
Would you rather pick up many things? Answer honestly.
I might.
Okay. Well, you don't, but
that's all right. I'll go towards the escape pods because I don't want to be on the ship any longer.
All right. Yeah, you make it to the escape pods. It appears to be a fairly standard bank of escape pods. There's 4 that are just single-person craft, and there's one that's more of a 3 or 4-person shuttle. Some of them are simply launch, and the shuttle is one that you could actually drive around and control. The shuttle's closer to your ship. Yours was more or less a modified version of that. A transport shuttle, not an escape shuttle, but they're similar in models.
Right. Well, I'll take the one I can actually control. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. You get in, give me a spacer roll to get it powered up and everything.
I will do that.
It should have its own power source, not tied to the ship. So assuming that's the problem, it should run. What'd you get?
12.
A 12? That's a success by...
Let me find spacer. I forget these things. By 1.
Okay. By 1, yeah, you can get it powered up and everything. Once you get it powered up, actually, you can tell, just based off the console and everything, the layout. It's nothing you can't manage. They're all fairly standard. But you can tell this is, unlike the freighter, this is not an Ambassador's shuttle. Actually, this is a Tech Level 11 shuttle, not a Tech Level 10. This is from Nemesis, actually. There's nothing else really about that you can discern. It's just kind of like, oh, their shuttle wasn't part of the initial... Either wasn't part of the initial thing, or they sent it out somewhere to get a shuttle.
Right. Interesting. That's all right.
Yeah, it looks like you can, from the on-console commands here, you can open the shuttle bay door and everything if you'd just like to.
I would like to launch.
Okay, you'd like to launch. Sure. I guess just give me a piloting roll to get out of the docking bay without any problems.
Oh, yeah, I do have piloting. Well, that's a 15. Okay. Okay. That's 5, 9, 10, 11. So that's a success by 4.
By 4. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sure. So you launch out into the strange purple mist. Your vision is pretty heavily obscured. What would you like to do? This shuttle does not have warp capabilities.
I would like to get closer to the orb.
Okay. Give me a piloting -5 for lack of vision.
-5. That's okay. That's just a 10. Yeah. That's not bad. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a success by 2.
Success by 2? Okay. You appear to be getting closer. Your ship does, however, appear to be slowing down. You're not certain why. You could attempt to discern it through a spacer roll.
I'll
you'd
do
like
that. I would like to do that. Why are you not working for me? That's not bad.
That's a good
That is
roll,
a good
actually.
roll. That's 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. Okay, that's a success by 7? No. 4 plus 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. I can do math. Look at me go.
Look at us.
I'm a college student. Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, it appears that there are some structural breaches on the outer hull. There's getting some, basically things that should be sealed in order to maintain proper propulsion they're not sealed. They're leaking a bit, and you're not getting full thing. It does look like there are actually a few more structural things. You're not sure if your ship's going to stay pressurized.
Okay, I'm going to stop moving towards the orb now.
Okay.
And go the other way. If I
All right.
can.
Yeah, try. Roll piloting.
This was foolish. 6, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, your ship, you attempt to turn around. You get going a little bit. Your ship propulsion does go out. Your inertia is carrying you, but incredibly slowly. You do notice, it looks like the light inside your little shuttle is maybe tinting slightly. You're no longer pressurized.
Awesome.
It does appear to be the soft fog of the outside space seeping in.
I'm so excited about that. That makes me feel really good.
Your suit is pressurized, however.
That's good. So I'm not dead yet.
No, you are not breathing vacuum yet. I believe your air supply lasts 3 hours. I don't assume you'll just sit here for 3 hours, but if you do, let me. If you would like to, let me know.
I'd rather not. Is through the very, very thick fog, is there any other bodies, like objects I can see?
Like literal bodies.
No.
You can see many small. There's. It's still the graveyard. There are ships just about. I don't really know what to tell you other than that. Like a specific ship? What do you want?
No, just like something other than this craft that maybe if I like got out and leapt.
I mean, there's the big variety of ships.
Okay. Can I like which one's closest to me?
Okay, let me look. Let me look at this vague map. Okay. There is a Okay, there's a ship from Juno. It's pretty small. It looks like a 5-person just transport vehicle. That's the closest to you.
Okay.
Unless would you actually? Are you just using visual, or would you like to use your actual sensors? Sorry, I forgot to ask.
I'll use the sensors. Might as well.
Okay, give me a spacer roll.
Okay.
Your system's really working just fine so far.
Which is,
ooh,
that's a 15.
15. Is that a success? There wasn't a minus.
Let me look at spacer. No, that's a fail by 2.
Failure by 2. Okay. Wow, that's bad. Okay. Not you, my roll, but well, both is good.
Both is good.
Okay, so it appears like there's you're getting a warp signal. Kind of, it looks like there's something warping into the sector, fairly near you. But other than that, the nearest thing is that other vessel.
Warping in. So,
yes.
Do you think I could send a signal to this warping vessel?
Not until it's fully warped in.
Dang. How long do I know how long it might take?
If this was a full vessel, you could estimate warp time, but it will fully depend on the size of the ship warping in, and your little shuttle does not have the tools necessary to discern that.
Okay. Do I know do I, in my personal knowledge, know like approximately what time based like how long would a small, medium, and large ship approximately take?
Small, like the ship you're used to, getting in and out of warp would only take about a minute, maybe to warm up the coils and everything, and then to make the pocket and then breach through. A medium class ship could take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, and a large ship could take anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour.
Okay. I'm going to wait.
And then like a huge ship would take significantly longer. Yeah. Like if you're warping like one of the mile-long warships, that would take you a while.
That'll take some time. But I will wait 40 minutes.
Okay.
To see if it gets in. And then if at any point it gets in, I'm going to send it a message, a distress signal.
Okay.
But if it doesn't get in that time, I'm going to do something else.
All right. So at about the 5-minute mark.
Oh, okay.
At about the 5-minute mark, you get a little warning across your HUD. Your suit appears to be losing its seal. No. For some reason.
That's not good.
That's all your HUD's really telling you.
No, like no indication of how long I have.
Do you have any skill that would help you discern that? Not on your HUD, but you can use your own
spacer. Maybe?
You could attempt a spacer roll, sure.
Sure. Don't roll 3 5s again. That's not 3 5s. That's 3 4 5.
That's a 5. That's good. Is that a crit? What's your spacer?
Spacer 13.
13. Not quite. No. Yeah, you can see around the joints and things like on your helmet where there would be kind of like I'm trying to think of what to call them. I guess the more flexible areas, things where like on a modern day thing you'd have like the gaskets and valves, like the rubbery parts. Yeah. They appear to be being eaten away at. They're deteriorating. Not literally eaten away at. They're
right. I'm going to assume
it appears to be that this gaseous substance is maybe acidic in some quality.
That's a problem. I don't like that. I'd rather not get eaten by fog. Okay. How?
You can tell that it's getting your inside of your visor is beginning to fog up a bit.
Oh.
You will begin breathing this in a moment. Is basically what I'm warning you, unless you actively hold your breath or just something.
I would like.
You are not the inside is not vacuum yet, so you would be safe to hold your breath for a little while. But
yeah, I'll hold my breath for now, and then has the warping ship entered yet or not?
You're getting stronger signals, so it looks like it probably is a medium class vessel. It'll likely be here in a few more minutes.
Okay. I'm going to set the ship to send out a constant distress signal.
All right, yeah, you can do that. Give me a spacer roll. Are you holding your breath at this point?
Yes.
Okay, so you can hold your breath for. I'm thinking what I'd call this. Is this a stressful situation? Probably.
Yes.
Let me just check really quick while you do that. You can definitely do this. Just give me a -2 to your roll because you're holding your breath.
9 -2. So that's then a success by 2.
Success by 2. All right. What do you set it to say?
The fog is dangerous. Help.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you going to ask for help or is this just a warning?
Okay. Yeah, it's both. Fog is dangerous. Help.
All right. Where the... It should be right here. Just a moment. Sorry. There's running. There we go. Okay, so you can hold your breath for HT. What is this? A mediumly? Yeah, sure. HT times 5 seconds. How long is that?
HT. So that's 50.
Actually, no. After that, you can hold your breath for HT times 10 seconds. And if you're not doing anything else, you can hold your breath for HT times 10 seconds.
Okay.
So after you send the message, are you doing basically nothing? I mean, assuming you'd like to hold your breath. There is still oxygen in the cabin. There is just also whatever this is leaking in.
I'd rather not breathe the thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm holding my breath and just kind of not doing anything for now.
All right. Once just letting you know, I don't think this has ever come up before. Once you get to that point, you will start losing an FP every second. Once you get to 0, you will pass out.
Good to know.
You can't physically lose HP from that on your own accord, but I mean, if there's no oxygen, obviously you'll continue to lose FP.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Okay. So you hold your breath. You're at about actually, let's see. What's your HT?
10.
So you can hold your breath for 100 seconds. That's a little under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. You get to that mark. Would you like to continue holding your breath? The ship appears to be, the signal is strengthening. But, yeah, it's not here yet.
So is there still oxygen in my cabin?
There appears to be, yes.
All right, I'll take a breath.
Okay, give me an HT -2 roll.
HT -2. That's not good. That's already 12. That's already a failure.
Okay.
So let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's a failure by 9. 11,
You can feel your fading. Give me roll 2 dice for me.
That's an 11.
An 11, that's good.
Oh,
All right,
good.
that's good. You can tell you'll remain conscious for about that amount of time in seconds. The ship does just about finish warping in, however, at this
That's
time.
not optimal. Okay.
You were getting a what would I call this? A hailing frequency. Would you like to accept?
Yes.
All right. You open it up. It's audio only. You hear Joe's voice on the other line. He says, "We just got your signal. I assume you're in that small shuttlecraft there. I can obviously help you. We can either dock you or we can put you in the cargo hold. But first, can I ask you a personal question right as you pass out?"
Ah.
All right. You're passed out. What would you like to know?
Wake up.
You'd like to wake up?
I would.
No. All right.
Impossible.
Yeah. Okay. So you awaken. You have lost 4 HP. From I don't know if you can discern. Yeah, you can. You have have you ever been if your character's ever been burned before?
Yeah.
Yeah, more of a chemical burn than a fire burn, but it stings. It's not terrible. It's all over, so it's not one specific part of you is really damaged. It's just overall you're kind of ouch.
Sitting at a strong 2 HP.
Okay. Ooh.
I had 6.
You're a half move, sorry. Okay. Actually, you can roll 1. You can roll HT to recover 1 for daily things. Did you succeed?
Yes.
Recover an HP for me.
Yay!
Look at that.
3.
Aren't you happy?
No.
Okay. All right. You awaken on a strange table, unarmed and disrobed. As you push yourself to a sitting position, the surface gives uncomfortably underneath your weight, giving off a soft squishing sound and reminding you vaguely of a soft, fleshy texture. Looking around the room, you appear to be in some sort of alien medical bay. Though the devices themselves are unfamiliar to you, their purposes are all fairly easy to ascertain with a quick glance. The room is filled with a dull droning sound, more biological than electrical, and the walls lightly pulsate as you scan the room for any other people. Finding none, your eyes are drawn to a door on the far end of the room, seemingly the only other way out of this chamber. The room is yours.
It sure is. I'm going to slowly and painfully get up.
It's not that painful.
Whatever.
Okay. You're injured. You're not that painful.
I know, but I'm being ginger on my wounds. I'm not
I would never willingly insert a flesh bed into my campaign. How dare you? All right.
Oh no.
But yes. Anyway,
yeah, so and then I'm going to go to the door and attempt to open it if it's
you don't want to look around the room at all?
No.
Okay.
I want to find a person.
All right, that's fair. Okay, so as you go to and open the door, yeah, sorry, I did make sure you know that you have none of your gear on you, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you are naked?
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. I'm just making sure you knew that.
I'm aware.
All right.
I'm like
So yeah,
Adam and Eve.
you open the door into the hallway. As soon as you open the door, oh, actually, sorry, my mistake. I need to roll perception. I checked my notes. I thought this started outside. It starts inside. Okay. There is actually one other bed in the room. It appears to be not coated, but like kind of there's like a puddle of a purplish, reddish, blood-like substance. Not blood exactly. You can tell it's too viscous for that, but it's something like dripped. And you can see drops of it seem to be leading out to the doorway. And once you open the hallway door, you can see that there are two paths left and right. It appears to be going left. There is more hallway to the right. To the left appears to be, you can see it far off a door at the end.
Interesting. Can I glance back into the room and see if I see my clothing or any sort of clothing?
You can see like a robe, more or less. Like a white... Actually, yes, exactly that. You can see a white robe. It appears to be stained in some kind of like reddish substance. It might be wine. It might be whatever. You can't tell for certain.
I don't want to stand robe.
Photographic memory give you a little ring of that. It's what Joe was wearing in the call. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm going to...
You'd rather be naked?
I'd rather be nude.
All right, sure.
I'm just going to walk down the hallway following the drops.
Okay, yeah. You follow the drops. They appear to lead you... Actually, you pass several consoles on the way. Do you care about those, or you just want to get to the end first?
Are any of them, like, active?
Yeah, they're on.
Do they have any text I can read on them?
That you can read?
Yes.
No. But one of them does appear to be showing a display of what you appear as the... Actually, no. Sorry, I can't just say that. Give me a spacer roll.
Got it. That's 8, 12, 13. So that's a straight success.
Success right on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good enough. You can't read all the dialogue, but you can tell from the way it's displayed that this is a more or less what they... If this place had... When ships have an engineering bay, like what would be displayed on the wall, like here's the ship, here's currently any damage that we've sustained, here's all the systems.
Right.
This is like a display of the ship. You can tell you're on a Cortholian preacher vessel.
Oh.
The ship, yeah, you can't read any of the text, so you can't tell if there is currently anything damaged or anything like that. But that's where you are, you can tell. It does, unfortunately, not have an internal schematic, so you can't like see the hallways and where it goes, but you can see the outer vessel.
Well, no. That's not
would you like to continue following the blood?
I would like to follow the substance, yes.
Okay, following the blood takes you to a door at the far end of the hallway.
Is this door locked?
It is not locked, but it's sticky.
Sticky.
You want to roll strength to open it? You do have curious at this point.
Why is it sticky?
I mean, like it's stuck shut.
Oh,
sorry, not the door. Not like you touch it and it's sticky.
I was
sorry.
Confused. I was like,
I was making a reference to last session.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, because there was blood. But,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to try.
Okay, give me a strength roll. Oh, also sorry. After you recovered any FP while you were unconscious.
Any FP. Okay. That's fine. That's helpful. That's
not
a
good.
bad roll. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
No, you don't make any. The door like moves. You can tell it's definitely not physically jammed. You just didn't get it. You can try again.
Can I knock on the door?
Yeah, you definitely can. You don't get a response.
No.
Sorry.
Then I'll try again.
All right.
That's a better roll, but still a fail by 2.
That's enough. The door's not terribly jammed. Last time was a much bigger failure. Okay. Once you manage to open the door, bodies spill out of the room onto the floor. They do not appear to be human.
Oh, good. Oh, good. That's so reassuring.
They're dressed in garb recognizable as the clothing worn by the preachers of Corthol. Their physiology is alien. The room appears to be a small closet of some sort. Once the bodies fall out, you can see there's not much else room in there.
Do they appear to be wounded?
They appear to be dead.
Physically wounded.
Yes, they appear to have gunshots on them. You don't know anything about guns. Sorry. I was gonna say you can tell what kind of... No, you can't. No, you cannot. Yeah, they have gunshot wounds.
Gunshots. That's concerning.
Actually, you can tell this is enough, even if you don't have gun skill. Right. You can tell it was definitely a physical projectile, not an energy, just based on the fact that they're bleeding, that it's not cauterized.
Right. Well, at least that means I won't automatically die.
Would you like to search the bodies? Or...
I would like to search one of them.
Okay.
Just to kind of get a sense of what's on them.
One of them? Okay, give me a higher or lower.
Higher.
Okay. Cool. Sure. You can tell with a cursory glance, and specifically searching this one, you can tell, just with a cursory glance, you can tell that each of them has a small dagger. It's oddly shaped, but I mean, it's easily recognizable as a dagger. You assume it looks more like a ritual tool than a real weapon. Right. Obviously, it could be used as a weapon. And a small chunk of the same kind of crystal that was in the device. And I'm very small. We're talking like the size of a D. There's no dice shaped like that. Yeah, there is D8. Okay. It's roughly that shape.
Got it. That's interesting. I will actually grab one of those.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just pocket it.
Yeah. Okay. Crystal. Not dust.
And this one specifically, as you search, appears to have... I mean, this was both random chance on the higher or lower, and you probably would have picked him. He appears to have slightly different garb. He appears to be what you would assume is like the leader of like this squadron, assuming they were a group. He has a small data pad, more or less, and you can see on his chest he has... It looks damaged, but you can see it looks more like... Actually, give me a... No, you don't have to roll. I already rolled that for you. Sorry. It looks like what you just... I don't know what else to call it other than kind of like a body cam. It would record what he was seeing. Not what he was seeing, but more or less where he was pointing. Sort of. It appears to be damaged, but possibly playable.
Yeah, might as well try. I'll attempt to hook it up and play it on my...
Okay. There's not much, but there is a... It is heavily damaged, but you're able to get a small portion working. You can see a view of the hallway. Would you like to play it?
I would like to play it.
Okay. You can see on the other end of the group, you can see they're all in a group. You can see kind of like in peripheral vision. Right. There's some of the other ones standing there. You're obviously seeing the main guy. On the other hand, and on the other side of the hall stands Joe. He's unarmed. He has his hands up. He says, I understand what you think you have to do here in this situation and why. But first, can I ask you a personal question? He's cut off by the alien group beginning to fire. The device shorts out shortly thereafter and is unplayable.
He's very personal, I've noticed.
He wants to ask a personal question.
He really wants to ask a question.
He likely has asked it each time, but you have not heard the question itself.
I have not heard the question, and everyone else who has been asked it is dead. To my knowledge.
That's not really... Two of them were just a computer.
They're still dead.
The crystal guy, you don't know if he's dead.
You're right. I don't know he's dead, but
far only one of them for sure is dead. One of the people he asked was you.
How do I know I'm not dead?
Like, I'm not saying don't trust your intuition. I'm just saying what you said was wrong.
Shut up.
All right.
Shut up, voice in my head.
That appears to be all that's here.
All right.
I like that, Luke.
So excited to meet Joe at this point. I will...
There's music. Don't worry about that mysterious music. It's not coming from me.
It's not. I will
likely cannot be heard on the stream.
Probably not. I will journey down past the door I came out of the other way.
Okay, the other way?
Yes.
All right. So, following the other hall leads you to there is... Let me look at my map again. Sorry. I need the actual map, not there's the text description of the map. I don't know why I do this. Okay, there we go. Well, I know why I do this, but yeah, you come to what looks like a I don't know what to call this. It's I'll call it kind of like a central point. You know how like when there's like a circular area that leads to a bunch of different rooms. There's about 6 different rooms stemming off of it in different directions. Looking up, it kind of looks like you know how chapels have those strange circular things? Yeah. And it kind of looks like the top appears to be some kind of stained glass almost. You're getting some colorful light dancing through it, and it does appear to look out directly into space. From what you can see. It's hard to look through stained glass, but...
So I wouldn't be able to tell if there's purple fog outside.
You can see something swirling. You can't discern its color.
That's uncomfortable. Don't like that. Well, so how many,
6.
6.
There are labels, but they are in Corthin.
What's the longest one?
They all go about the same distance.
No, like the label.
Oh, the longest label?
Yeah.
The
one with the most words.
Let me look. That's not what I would expect you to ask. Sorry. Just a second. I have these in my human English. Let me discern which one would be longest and Corthin. Okay, I've discerned. All right, you want to go to the longest one?
I do want to go to the longest one.
All right. You go through. There's a door on the far end.
All right.
It appears to have a panel next to it. It's roughly, not the shape, but roughly the size of your hand. It appears to be powered just in the fact that you can see there's a steady Like back. You know how like when something's a black screen, but it's still backlit, you can tell like that. But it's a very dark hue of purple instead.
Right. So I'm going to assume that if I put my hand to this, it won't work. But
Yes,
I'm going to put my hand up to it anyway.
it doesn't work.
Oh, what a surprise!
Yes. You can see this door also has like a physical keyhole, but obviously you're not holding a
key.
You're You did have a ring of keys, but none of them were in Corthin. I would like to make sure you know.
And also, none of them are on me, as I have nothing.
You do have nothing currently. That is correct.
Still, in fact, nude.
Yeah, you are.
Can I get the body of the man?
Oh, you want to try that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like bring him along and put his hand up against it.
Okay, sure. Give me just a strength roll just to drag him this far. Okay. He's not like light, and you are wounded.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, it's
11 failure.
Yeah.
If you want to expend 2 FP and take a while, you can drag him here, but otherwise he's heavy. You can, just it'll be tiring.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Okay.
No. So back to the hallways.
Yes.
Do they all look comparable?
Yeah, they all look about the same. Sorry.
That's all right.
Other than the labeling.
I'm just gonna like start going down each and just find the first door I can open.
Oh, okay.
Or,
Find the first
like,
door you can open.
Something that I can use, and that's not a panel that I have no access to.
Okay, the first door you can open. Actually, I need to roll higher or lower. Higher or lower?
Lower.
Okay. The first door you can open takes you to what looks to be, you open up and it appears to be kind of like I don't want to call it a locker room, but it's like a room and it has a lot of, there's nothing in it except for rows of, you know, like drawers. If there's anything in here, they're all in the drawers. There's nothing readily visible except for those.
Right. Well, that's exciting. Can I open one of the drawers?
Yeah. You open one of the drawers. It appears to be full of like, it looks like a crew. It has like a crew uniform. And like it looks like it has standard gear basically. You haven't looked at any of those. You assume they're all similar.
Right. Are the shape of the bodies of these non-human?
They're humanoid.
So I could wear it.
This one is too big for you, but I'm sure you could find
one
one
I can wear.
Yeah, sure. Just roll 2 d6s for me.
That's 6.
Okay, it takes you about 6 minutes to find one that fits, but yeah, you do eventually.
I'm gonna put it on.
Okay, you put it on. Roll? No, don't. You don't have to roll, Will. It's just clothes. Would you like any of the gear that goes with it, or just the actual clothing?
Whatever.
You can tell it's light. You can tell it's lightly armored. Like it has plates in certain like trauma plates in certain places, but not the whole suit.
Okay.
If that matters to you, you don't know how much until you like get shot or something. But
right. What other gear is there in here?
There's the dagger that each one of them appeared to have. There's the small chunk of crystal. You already have one of them, but there's another one if you'd like it. Yeah. As well as actually, I need a higher or lower for that one. Mm-hmm. Higher or lower?
Higher.
Okay. That appears to be it.
Okay. Then I will just. Oh yeah, I've been carrying this crystal in my hand the whole time.
Yeah, you don't have pockets until now. Now you have pockets.
Now I have pockets, so now I can put it in my
yes.
pocket. Then I won't take any of that.
Oh, actually, sorry. I just realized I accidentally lied to you. There's also a firearm. It appears to be rifle in shape. The other bodies also had this. I
didn't mention it.
I said it in the flash in the video scene, and I forgot to say it in the description. That's my mistake. Yeah. But I know you don't care about guns anyway. But if you'd like to take one, go for it.
No, just as a game function note.
Yeah.
What would the dagger default to?
Dagger. I'm not sure what dagger. I think daggers are easy. I think a knife is, but I can just easily check really quick for you.
Yeah.
I don't often use weapons I don't have skill with, so I don't know all the defaults. Half a moment. Melee weapons. Swords, polearms, whips, other weapons. No, knife is not an other weapon. What is it? Is it a sword? Knife. There it is. DX easy. Defaults. Force sword -3, main ghost -3, or short sword -3, or DX -4. So not brawling. Sorry.
That's all right.
But you could do DX -4.
I mean, that's like. Actually, I think that's slightly better than my other thing. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's -5 for the other thing.
Yeah. Oh, one better.
Yeah.
Wow, a 6 instead of a 5. Yeah, I'll take that, I guess then.
Yeah, I knew what the dexterity default was. I just wasn't sure if it defaulted to brawling or something. Thanks though.
Yeah. So I'll grab that. Just as something to defend myself if I have to.
Okay. The knife, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You can keep looking through these lockers if you want, but so far in the 6 minutes, they all appear to be about the same.
Then-
Like there are obviously some slight variations,
right,
but
more or less the same stuff.
Yeah.
I won't continue doing
okay.
that.
So you're just going back and seeing what other doors you can open.
I would like to do that.
All right. You open. You try the other 4. You get to the last one. The other 4 appeared to all have the hand scanner. That didn't work for you. The last one appears to just have a simple a double door. I couldn't think of that. They all had a double door, but this one has handles. They weren't readily available. Not readily available. They were always there. Readily visible until you got here.
Right.
I did roll perception. You just didn't. You didn't see them
Right.
when you asked if there was any difference between the rooms.
Happens.
Okay. Would you like to open it and step through?
I would like to do that. Yes.
Okay. As you step through the doorway, an array of dazzling lights fills your vision as colors dance against the walls and floor. Following the beams to their source, you see on the far wall what appears to be a beautifully and intricately designed stained glass window. Beyond the window, you can see the dark violet mist of space swirling mesmerizingly through the tinted panes. Before the window sits what appears to be a large altar, above which rests a single crystalline triangular prism, which seems to rotate and spin restlessly in the air. Looking about at the rest of the room, you see rows of what appear to be rudimentary pews of a sort, neatly lined and facing the altar. Strings of candles light the sides of the room, mysteriously lit in a dark and pulsating green flame. As you glance back at the mysterious crystals, soft whispers seem to emanate from the corners of the room. You can make out no words, but they sound soft, comforting, inviting. The crystal seems to be calling to you. You feel as though you're being asked to take a seat. Before you lays the mysterious chamber, behind you lays the hall from which you came, and to your right lays another door yet to be explored. What would you like to do?
I want to go to the door.
Which one?
The new one.
Okay, you do have curious.
Ah.
I am going to have to ask you to roll it if you don't want to sit.
Okay, I'll roll it. I want to know about the door.
Okay.
That's just... No. I sit.
Okay, you end up sitting?
Yeah.
All right, you sit down at one of the... it doesn't matter, but just for me, where do you sit? There's about 7 rows of pews.
I'll sit in row 4.
Is that from the back of the... Oh, that's the exact center.
Mhm.
I hate you. I was like, is that from the front of the... Oh.
Yes, if you will.
Yes, the answer is yes either way. Okay. You can hear a soft melodic whisper. This is what you've been searching for.
Is it now? Sorry.
You get it? Is that you? Okay.
Yeah.
Come to me and know truth. Gain the knowledge of the source you've oh so desperately wanted.
So you're telling me that you know where the source is?
Bond with me and know the face of your God. Touch my form, learn my name, experience my presence.
Has a face. You know, I never really saw it as having a face. I kind of assumed it was more a ball of light or something.
That's all you hear. After it says that, it appears to remain... Whatever it is, appears to remain silent. It did ask you to touch its form.
It did ask me to touch its form.
You don't know what else could be here aside from the prism, but if you define that in any other way, by all means.
I am curious about the green flame.
Okay.
Can I look at those? Like,
You like to be curious about them first?
yes.
All right, sure. You can put it off, but you are going to have to try not to do that before you leave the room because of
know,
you're curious.
I
If
know.
you truly don't want to.
But first,
Okay, yeah. What about the flames?
I would like to see what they are burning. Like, if I can see a fuel source.
A candle? They appear to be actually just regular candles.
regular
If
candles.
if there's wax, it must be something in the wax if they're strange in some way.
Do they have a smell that's different than normal, or is it just
Not just filling the whole room. They're not like incense, but as you get closer, they smell vaguely like. Let me think what I would describe that as. I guess kind of like, just how gasoline fumes smell. Not like they're burning gasoline, just like
Right.
they smell vaguely like gasoline does.
So-
Once you get like a foot or two away, it's not very strong.
Well, that's interesting. I really would like to open that door, so I am going to roll against curious.
Okay,
again.
go for it.
Try and get away from this crystal.
Okay.
That's better. That's 4, 5, 6.
Okay, that's a success. All right, you'd like to open the door?
Yeah.
All right. You open the door. It leads to one of. You remember how on the other ship, how there was that kind of hallway between the cockpit and the other thing?
Yes.
You experience the same kind of hallway. On the far end of this hallway lies another door with a hand panel.
Dang it. Can I try and touch the panel again?
Yeah, sure.
Does it work?
No.
You
knew it wouldn't.
Shh. I might as well try. Oh, now I want to know what's behind this door really bad.
There are also 4 other doors that you have not been able to enter in this ship.
There's also 4 other doors. That's also a crystal. I want to know so many things. This door's the most intriguing because it's next to a crystal.
Okay.
I think I am going to go back and once again. Can I try to cut his hand off?
Sure. You can try. Actually, no. This isn't combat. You can just do it. It'll just take a while.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Can you willing to spend 1 FP for me? Just because it's not like an easy task.
Right.
These
you have to cut through.
These daggers are more axe sharp than like razor sharp. So it's not. You're more hacking than you are. It just takes a while.
I just need the
and
hand.
Their muscle and sinew and bone structure seems to be slightly sturdier than that of yours. So it just takes a little while.
I'm okay with taking time.
Okay, so yeah, you get it off eventually.
Good.
Was it the leader guy or just one of them?
The leader.
Okay.
I'm gonna take his hand.
Yep.
I'm gonna go back to the room. The
That's
hallway room.
Yeah. Specifically that one. Okay.
Yeah.
You get a different noise this time. You raise it against the thing, and you see it does like a brrr, brrr, and then it flashes red, and the door does not open. You're not certain why.
Probably wants a living specimen. Or maybe it just doesn't like blood.
I like that one. What does that one mean? That's ominous. It doesn't like blood.
I don't know. Can I go to one of the other doors? Like just the
Yeah, you want to try all of them?
Yeah.
You get the same response basically.
It's probably once a living specimen with heat, not a hacked off hand.
If that's what you assume.
That's my theory for now. Well, seeing no other options. Actually, how sturdy do these doors look?
You're not familiar with the material Cortholian ships are made of. Sorry. I mean, they look just like a kind of metal, but you don't know what it is.
Can I just like take one to test its strength?
Sure. Roll brawling, I guess.
Sure, I can do that.
That's very bad. Did you crit fail?
my skill is 11. And I rolled.
Oh yeah, okay. Give me a second roll. Roll the critical failure table for unarmed critical hit. You're hitting a door. Oh, if you broke your foot, I swear.
I failed the dumbest things. I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3?
Yeah.
Oh no. Wait a minute. I think you just Oh no.
How bad is it?
Oh no. Do you wanna?
I wanna know.
You wanna
I
know?
wanna know.
You knock yourself out.
How? Tell me, GM.
No, give me a second roll. I can't justify that. You did not knock yourself out from kicking a door. If you're fighting an opponent, I understand. But no.
That's 13.
I'm almost always on the side of the dice, but that time was a no. 13. Okay, you tear him. Oh, wait. Okay, actually, this one makes the most sense. No, that's fine. I'll accept that. I'll be nice. This one just you drop your guard, which doesn't mean anything because you're not in combat. But that was stupid. But there's no reason for me to. Yeah.
I'm just gonna lightly rest my head against this door and cry for a little bit.
Yeah. I was just recommended that you could have slipped and fallen hitting your head against the door, but like, there's no reason. Story-wise, you will just wake up and then you will continue. So there's no reason for me to actually have you pass out. Anyway.
My goodness, I can't believe that just happened. So far, I've crit failed a door
and 2 radios. Yeah.
I'm such an idiot. I'm just gonna.
Which door did you kick specifically?
The final one.
Okay. Actually, you can after you strike, you can hear what sounds like maybe shuffling on the other side of the room, and you hear what sounds like a weapon cocking, like a gun.
Oh no!
That's all you hear.
I'm gonna run away from that door.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the crystal and touch it.
Oh, okay. Make a will roll -8 for me.
That's bad.
That is bad. That's a hell of a reaction. I take it says I see a 4 that you didn't roll the 4 necessary to succeed that. All right. All right.
It was calling to me. I couldn't resist it for too long.
I mean, you didn't succeed curious. Strictly speaking, you could have. But
I could have, but
you just got scared of a little door, and you were like, "Oh!"
I was scared, and he said he was God.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the door. It's like the door did not say he was God.
No, the crystal.
The crystal, yes. Okay, you touch it.
Yeah.
You stand once again on the surface of Hellsholm. You see a ship in the distance, a ship of voyagers, colonizers, explorers, the ship you stowed away on board so many years ago. Your instincts tell you to run for it. Quickly, get on the ship before it takes off and you're once again plunged back into the technology and knowledge of a bygone age, abandoned by your source. But as quickly as the impulse comes, it fades away as you see a figure in the same mad dash your instincts demand, running up the ship's ramp, glancing inside with a wary eye, and darting around the corner out of sight. A young man, frightened and full of hope. You. As the ship takes off into the dark green sky of your former homeworld, a pit forms in your stomach as it leaves your sight. Your gaze fixed skyward, day turns to night turns to day, and so on and so forth many times over in the span of an instant. Hermstadt, Hellsholm's single and solitary moon, ceases its orbit, planted firmly above you as the stars beyond mill and seethe in an unstoppable torrent of movement. The moon begins to spin, slowly at first, but quickly becoming rapid and unsteady. It pitches and pivots for what seems like ages before finally coming to a sudden and instantaneous stop, which you feel even from this distance as the ground lurches frighteningly beneath your feet. Wow. Beneath your feet. Good with words. Staring back at you is no longer a moon, but a single massive eye, unblinking, unwavering. The sky beyond the entity seems to melt away until nothing is left but you, the inescapable purple mist of space, and the eye. Welcome home, my child, a voice whispers into your skull. Just as quickly as it appears, the eyes snap closed, and you fall spinning and tumbling through the empty void. Suddenly, you feel your hands strike the ground, and you look up to see the altar before you, the stained glass window shining and dazzling just as it was moments ago, though now that seems as though it was months in the past. The crystalline prism is gone. As you reach up towards the altar to pull yourself to your feet, you notice a strange marking on your hand where you touched the shape, what seems like so many moons ago. On the back of your hand sits a single eye, staring firmly back at you, resting within the grip of a tightly clenched fist. As you stare at the symbol, it seems to fade away, turning a dull purple tone and shifting and changing form, seeming to conform to the veins of your arm before disappearing completely from sight. This is now your mark to bear. You're awake again. Yeah? You got something to say?
I'm not so sure that was my God.
You're not so sure, eh?
Not really, no.
What makes you think that?
Everything?
All right, I see it.
Can I look around the room? Does it look the same? Like, are the candles still burning and everything?
Yeah. The only thing that seems to have changed is that the prism is now gone.
It's gone, and I had a mark on my hand.
You did have a mark on your hand. It seemed to fade.
It did.
Conforming to the veins in your arm before disappearing.
Didn't like that.
You didn't like that?
No.
That's the part you didn't like?
That's the most recent.
All right, that's fair.
Also didn't like the falling or the gigantic eye in the sky.
Really?
Or the space.
So all of it then.
Yeah. Like I said.
I see.
All right. Well. So there's still no one in the room with me?
Nope. No, there's not. You want there to be?
A little bit.
Really? Well, that's
guess.
too bad, because there still isn't.
That's unfortunate. Is the door open behind me or is it closed?
Which one?
The one I came through. To get to the room.
Oh, I mean, the doors are as you left them.
So they're open?
Yeah, the double doors?
Yes.
Yes, it's open.
Alright. Then I will go out of the doors.
Okay.
I'm going to return to the door I kicked.
Okay.
And
wait, the door you kicked was not out in the main hall. That was the one to the down the hallway. You said.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna.
The hallway. Sorry, the hallway isn't the double doors.
What?
Wait. Oh, sorry. We having a little miscommunication.
Yes,
here.
we are.
Okay.
As in,
so
the doors to the hallway is what I meant.
Oh. Okay. Yes. Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah. No. That what happened still makes sense. I just misunderstood which door you were kicking. Yeah. Sorry. Sure. You go to that door. What's up?
I would like to knock on it.
Okay. You knock on it. You don't hear anything this time. Would you like to go back out into the hall, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. It's the same circular hallways before, or the same circular chambers before.
Hmm. Can I scan for signals?
On what?
Oh, right. I forgot. I don't have my stuff. Does this suit have any sort of little device or anything?
Yeah, it's got that thing like the one you got the data out of on the arm. You know it ain't in common.
You're right.
If you want to spend a while trying to figure out how to make it work, I certainly won't stop you.
I don't know how well that'll go for me, based on previous experience with radios.
That is true.
You know what? I don't know what else to do. I'll give it a couple minutes of
Okay, give me a
cursory trying.
spacer with a hidden minus.
That's all right. This is gonna go poorly.
How long are you willing to spend on this?
10 minutes.
Okay.
So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9, and your spacer is 13.
Yeah.
This is a regular success by 4. Okay, let me roll some things.
Okay.
Okay. So you spend a few minutes. You get to what appears to be some sort of radio. You can tell numbers are the same more or less across most languages. Corthan does have its own numerical system, but it appears to not being used on this for whatever reason. You can tell it looks like there's like radio bands, kind of like numbers,
Right.
as there would be. The one you're on appears to be a preset. You can hear kind of a bunch of overlapping soft whisperings. You can't tell if they're nonsense or if they're in Corthan because you've never heard it spoken.
Right. Well, that's not helpful at all. I wasted a good 10 minutes.
I mean, you found the radio.
I did find the radio.
Yeah.
I
mean, I didn't say you couldn't change the channel.
Yeah.
I just said that's what the preset is.
Yeah. Can I change to like? Do I know any like common channels?
Frequencies?
Yeah,
Yeah, you could like any or
like just like a general communication frequency.
yeah, they're probably about. Let's see, what sector are you in? You were in sector E1W.
It was.
Well, there's no saying you aren't still, but
That's true.
That's your last known position. E1W, yeah, there's 3 emergency frequencies on this x-axis, or wait, z-axis. Sorry, space is hard, man. 3-dimensional space. Okay, yeah. So there's at least 4 different ones that would be default.
Okay. I'll just go to one of them. I'm enjoying the chat right now. It's very good.
Yeah, that's what I just checked. That's true. You didn't destroy this one.
I didn't.
I'm
not yet. There's still time.
All right. Sorry,
I-
what were you doing? I stopped listening to read the chat real quick.
That's
What?
okay. I'm gonna just go to one of those.
Oh yeah, okay.
One of the emergency.
I guess just roll a d. Roll one of my d4s because there's 4 of them.
There is. That's
4. Okay, sure. You go to this one.
Sure.
You're getting. You can hear what sounds like common in the back, but it's under a lot of static. You cannot make it out. You can definitely hear voices, and you can definitely just based off, you know how like when you hear language, you can like tell even if you can't make out the words.
Right.
Like, oh, I
know.
recognize that kind of intonation and the way the words are patterned. You can tell it's common, but you cannot make out any words.
That's frustrating. Can I try and send a message?
Yeah, you can try to transmit. Just on the general frequency?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, hey, can anyone pick this up? Please, anyone? I'm terrified right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, you may be getting a response. You can't tell if they've shifted. It's still just under that much static. Maybe your message got through.
Maybe.
There's no way to tell.
Can I attempt to make the signal better?
Do you have any idea how to do that?
No.
Then I do have to say no to you.
So this would not be could I use like
engineer electronics? You could try. I will allow you to attempt. Do you have any tools or anything to engineer with?
Hold on. Oh, I don't have my stuff anymore.
No, sorry.
Then no, I.
If you'd like to search the ship, I'd allow you to look for things, but just with what you have on, you know.
All right then. Yeah, I'll look around, see if. Oh, actually, you said where I found the bodies was like a closet.
Yeah.
Can I go to that and see if there's anything in there?
Sure. What are you looking for specifically? Just anything you think you could use?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you find like what looks like a pretty standard kind of toolbox.
I'll take
like
it.
the janitorial kind. It's got like wrenches and things in it.
Perfect.
Okay.
I would like to find.
Mm-hmm.
Try and use something in there to help me tune into the signal.
So you're making like a makeshift like bunny ear antenna for like your TV.
Yeah.
All right. Give me an engineer roll -3 to design something out of just what you have.
Okay. That's okay. That's just a base 10.
Ooh, pretty good.
I did that. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. So
not only have you not destroyed this radio, you may have designed a better one.
I might have.
Okay. What'd you get? That's a 7.
That's 8.
8. Success by 2. Okay. Give me an electronic. Okay, so engineer, strictly speaking, is just to design things,
Yes.
but normally you could just have Sam or somebody replicate them once they're designed. Give me I think the closest you have is electronics repair. We're gonna substitute repair for actually building, so give me an electronics repair -4, which is again doable. You can spend extra time if you'd like to make your roll easier. If you're willing to spend that much time just sitting around wherever doing this.
Nah, I'll just go for it. This is where I break the radio.
This is where you roll an 18
for the third time. No, it's not.
No, not quite a success though.
No.
Failure by 1.
Yeah.
Failure by 1. Okay. You get everything. Everything seems to be properly how you designed it. If there's anything that's off, it must be an internal structure. The radio seems. You made everything louder, including the static. So almost.
Well,
the signal in general appears to be stronger, but whatever's blocking it has also been strengthened. So not wrong, just not right.
That's all right. That's not useful, but
I love it, chat. Okay,
they're doing pretty great.
Love Galaxy Quest.
All right. So I attempted to knock on the door that I had heard sound behind, and I didn't get any response. I didn't try to open it again.
Are you gonna put your hand on the thing?
I would like to put my hand on the thing.
Oh wait, no, we did know which door we were talking about. I don't know why we got confused. Why I got confused there. Sorry, something happened through that communication. All right.
All right.
You put your hand on the door,
Yeah.
and the panel appears to scan it, which it didn't do before. It goes up and down, and it flashes green. You also see, as you put your hand on the panel, I need to actually go back to my notes instead of just letting you screw around. You can do things like if you succeed, that's fine. But okay. Yeah,
possibility.
As you definitely could have done that.
Yeah.
It just wasn't scripted.
That's all right.
As you put your hand on it, the symbol briefly lights up on your skin before disappearing back into the thing as the panel flashes green. The door slides open to reveal the cockpit. As the door slides open, you see before you a simple cockpit. Though the screens display gibberish in a language incomprehensible to you, the seating arrangement and orientation of the monitors are enough for you to know where you are. A single figure sits before the console, feverishly typing in commands, muttering under his breath. You see long, curly black hair, one half of which appears as though it's been straightened and slicked down, which hasn't quite worked. Quickly, however, your eyes snap forward to the viewport. Closer now, and with a much more direct line of sight, you look out across a sea of dead vessels just as before. But something is different. Something is wrong. The star. The harsh, bright light that once so familiarly emanated from Rasputin's gift bearer is now nowhere to be seen. In the star's place, you see a massive, mysterious orb. As your eyes struggle to obtain a clear glimpse through the mist, you all at once realize what it is you're seeing. Through the massive object, you see into a portion of space, a space filled with dead ships ranging from single-person shuttles like your own to mile-long warships, resting all within the black and empty void of space. Black and empty. Through the violet fog, you can see it. No longer a star, but something else. You're in the cockpit. Well, you're in the doorway to the cockpit.
I am.
Quickly, the figure turns around and greets you. It is Joe. Oh, friend, you made it. I'm so relieved.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, I see you know my name. I don't believe we've been introduced.
My name is Benjamin Newman. It's wonderful to finally meet you.
Ah, my family sent you, didn't they?
They sure did.
Well, I can't say that's an unpleasant surprise. Things didn't exactly go according to plan, as I'm sure you can tell if you received the distress beacon.
Sure did.
I take it the distress beacon didn't tangibly make it out of the sector, considering they sent someone, huh?
Nope. It did not.
Well, I suppose you're entangled in this as well, then. That's lovely for me, really. I love the company, but I can't say it's the best for you. Well, for either of us, really, but we'll make the best of it.
We sure will.
I'm sure you're probably aware that the experiment didn't go exactly how we were hoping.
Yes, the experiment which I have heard of before and know everything about.
Ah! I see my family has not been keeping track of my... Of course they wouldn't, Why would they keep track of anything at all? Alright, yes, we were attempting to, well, I suppose the device activated again then, didn't it? You must have been in the laboratory at the time. I don't see how else you got here.
I certainly was. Certainly was.
Ah. You made it through the rest of the ship then?
Yes.
Interesting. I'm sure you encountered the,
Thing?
entities, yes. Can't say I'm a fan of them, really.
Neither am I.
They're,
They ate my swarm.
your swarm?
Yes, I had a firefly swarm. I was quite fond of it.
They're like 100 credits. Anyway,
I
sorry.
had named them.
all right. Who am I to? You see, he pops like one of the colored pills into his mouth. Swallows it.
Medicating, are we?
Well, I mean, that's what one does when one has a disease, isn't it?
I suppose.
Yeah. The horrible creatures did slaughter my crew. It wasn't ideal.
Yes, I saw.
I'm grateful that you're here. I do not think I am capable of piloting this ship alone. The language on its own is a unique challenge, but
Yes, I've been having a bit of trouble with that myself.
Ah, I take it you don't read Corthin then.
Unfortunately, I don't know of anyone who does, except for the dead bodies.
Oh, well, I mean, I can't speak it. No human can, to my knowledge. You can speak the odd word or two. It's really not so difficult a written language once you get into it. I can't say I'm fluent, but I can make out most of this with enough time. I've been trying to get this ship operational. Obviously, I got it operational enough to pick you up from that dreadful little shuttlecraft.
Yes, I was kind of running out of options.
I have to apologize for the state I left you, and most of your equipment had been burned off of you by the time I got to you. The remainder of your gear should be stored in one of those lockers if you get around to finding it later on. I'm not sure which. I'm sorry to say I didn't label them. But if you'd like to help me here, I'm trying to plot a course. I appear to have found something in the ship's logs. I have an inkling of an idea of how to get us home. I'm sure you've probably already realized that we're a bit far from our previous location.
Yes, it seems that way, doesn't it? Well, I will do what I can to help you, although I'm not quite
Who's
sure.
paying respects? Oh, it's for the Firefly Swarm.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see
F
that.
in the chat.
I was like, who's paying respects? He's not dead. All right, the Firefly Swarm.
Not
Yes,
yet.
the Firefly Swarm is dead.
It's very dead.
Um,
I'll take a look because might as well.
Okay. So you sit down, and it's all in Corthin. He takes a few minutes to kind of. Not each planet does navigation systems a little differently, but
Right.
like you know more or less how they work, and things are placed not where you would put them, but like once he points them out, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's there. Here's my X, my Y, my Z. Here's my mark. Yeah. So you're able to figure it all out. It'll be at a -2 just because it's uncomfortable and weird, but you can figure it out. He asks you to plot a course for sector Tilde-G***, which is not a sector you've heard of before. Not on the standard star map.
I'm sorry. Normally, I'd be very happy to comply with anything, but what?
Oh, of course. Sorry. Well, first of all, wherever we are, sectors seem to work a bit differently. I found a list of not more or less presets. I mean, I can't set the ship to jump there on its own, but I found a list of coordinates. And he kind of slides one thing on his screen, and it slides over to yours, and you can see more or less. And it appears to correlate to a portion of things actually in our I don't know really where we are. If it was correlating to our star map, it would be in wild space, I believe, so not standardly mapped, but
Right.
it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Well, I'll give it a go, I suppose.
All right, give me a roll. Joe will as well.
That's 10, 11, 12.
Oh. Wow.
What did you roll?
What did you roll?
12.
I mean, no, oh yeah. You rolled a 12. Is that a success? With a -2?
Yes.
Is that right on?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually,
Or is
it's success by 1.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
There you go.
Okay. Now, Joe rolled, yeah. It's like by the time you get everything plugged in, it looks like Joe's already finished, and he just kind of like politely waits for you to finish typing, and then he sets the course. It looks like he maybe didn't need your help after all, but you're not sure if he just got lucky or if he's actually just being polite.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, like, this isn't something you like consciously noticed, but it's like
Right.
if you thought back on it, it'd be like, oh, wait a minute.
That's all right.
Yeah. So the ship appears to enter. Actually, no, sorry. I misread my notes. No. So you type everything in. The ship appears to begin to. You hear like some systems start to power up. After a moment, you hear. So there is one thing I've been meaning to ask you since you got here. Can I ask you a personal question? And then you hear a loud bang. Can you make a DX for me?
Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta grab my pen. Don't roll poorly. Nope, that's a 13.
Okay. Can you roll 1d -2? Okay, no, you're fine. I was gonna say take that much damage, but
That's a 0.
yeah, it's negligible. You have enough armor on that you just hit something that you strike something that was armored.
All right.
Yeah, you fall to your feet. The ship kind of rocks, and Joe just says, "Oh, I'll have to wait on that. I'm sorry. Something's wrong with the engine down below. I thought I fixed it before you got here, but apparently not. Sorry, my notes got mixed up. Okay. I invite you to wait here for my return. As soon as everything's fixed, the engine should come back online. We should jump into warp. I'll be back." As he steps, actually, would you like to say anything first?
No, it's
Okay.
not.
As he steps out of the room, you see a single key. You hear and see a key drop off of his waistband. And he's left the room.
I'm going to go pick up the key.
Okay. It appears to just be a key. I mean, it doesn't have any markings on it.
Interesting.
I mean, it's not like a. I mean, obviously the key is not obviously. Sorry, it's not like a regular, I guess, human key.
Right.
It's shaped weirdly, but it's obviously a key.
Yeah, and it matches the like ship.
Hmm?
It kind of matches the.
Yeah.
theme of the ship.
It appears to. It's like the same color scheme and the same material.
Right. Have I seen any keyholes?
Oh yeah, you've seen one
Where?
on one of the doors in the six-sided hallway.
Interesting.
Actually, no, it's two on two of the doors in the six-sided hallway. Sorry.
Interesting.
I didn't mean to lie to you.
How
Okay.
dare you? I would like to go to one of those. Whichever's closer.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll higher or lower for that
Okay.
because it's a circular hallway. They're kind of equidistant.
Yeah, that's
Okay, higher or lower.
lower.
Okay, sure. Would you like to try the key?
I would like to try the key.
You try the key and turn it. The panel, as soon as you do it, the panel also to the side flashes.
Ah.
Okay, you put your hand on the panel. Your thing lights up on your hand and disappears, and the door opens. Just kind of slides open. The key just kind of like not ejects, but like you can feel like the key pushes it out so that it doesn't get stuck when the door slides open.
Right.
This appears to be kind of what looks like. Well, roll spacer for me. Actually, it's a little alien.
A little bit alien. Aren't we all?
Are we all?
10. So that's a success by a 3.
Okay, that's enough. It looks like more or less you can identify it as kind of a gunner bay. You can see there's two. It looks like this kind of goes down to not the underbelly of the ship because that's where like the engine room is.
Right.
You could tell from the schematic like there's a few things like where the ship's propulsion is. You can tell where the engines would be. But this you can see there's two circular kind of like semi-pods. Kind of like what the Millennium Falcon has, much larger, but that kind of thing. And they're two next to each other. I don't know if you can discern what kind of weapons these are because you're not a weapon guy.
Probably not.
But yeah, that appears to be in this room. There's also there's some more panels on the sides of the walls. They are in Corthin, but they appear to be active.
Do they appear to be like actively doing things or just kind of idling?
That's an excellent question. Sorry, let me think about that. One of them is doing something.
Is there any sort of like picture Or is it just text?
It's mostly just text.
That's all
It,
right.
it just appears to be scrolling, like new things are appearing.
Right.
It could just be going through a standard procedure, or maybe it's something Joe's doing in the engine room. You can't tell.
Right. Well, that means nothing to me. So
Actually, you can see as you step forward to look at the panel. Just give you a little extra perception roll because you stepped into the room. You can see in each of the gunner things how there's like the seat. You can see there is a figure in each of them. They don't appear to have moved since you entered the room.
All right. I would like to gingerly walk over to one
Okay.
and kind of see
Yeah.
if there's any visual signs of life.
Did I say actively idling? Okay. Visual sense.
One of us said it apparently.
Okay. Oh no, it might just be. That's what we're doing, honestly.
It's possible.
But would you say signs of life?
Yeah, like visual, like
Just looking at it, like
actually touching
from behind, or
no, like
no. Once you step to a place where you can see it, they are riddled with bullet holes.
Okay.
They appear to be the same. You can't tell much, but you can tell they're the same caliber just visually from the other bodies you encountered.
Did I see a gun on Joe?
You didn't take a good look at Joe. I'm sorry.
Sure, I didn't. That's all right.
That's one thing that I won't let you retroactively roll.
No, that's fine. All right. Well,
You saw a gun on him in one of the visions, but when he was here, you didn't get a good look.
Right. Well, I'm not going to actively worry about that yet, because that's a problem for another time. I don't think there's anything in here that particularly concerns me then, and I will leave.
Okay.
There's something else. What was I going to do?
There was a second door with a keyhole.
There was a second door with the key.
Oh, was there another thing you wanted to do first?
I thought so, but I forget.
Do you want me to give you a rundown of the rooms you've been in so far?
No, I'll just go to the other. Oh, no, I'll just go to the other key.
Oh, I mean, you can stop using them.
Oh, wait, no, I remember.
Yeah?
I'm going to look for my stuff.
Oh, yes. Okay, you want to go give the deck one more look? Okay, I'll just give me another 2d6s.
That's only 4.
4 minutes? Okay, that's short enough. Yeah, after 4 minutes of searching, you kind of you're not looking for one that's your size anymore, so you don't have to lift things out and hold them up. You're just kind of pulling drawers out as you walk by them. Yeah. After a while, you find something with a few of your things. It looks like your armor was destroyed, but you do find your portable machinist kit, your survival watch, and your electric sun wand. Okay, that appears to be all that's in here, but they're certainly yours.
Let me just put a mark by those. Survival watch and stun watch.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have given you a +1 on some of those HT rolls. I didn't realize you would fit. That's my mistake.
Oh,
actually, I think you succeeded them anyway.
I did.
Yeah, except for the one that was far more than +1 would help you.
Yeah.
So I'll remember it for next time, but my mistake. Wouldn't have mattered though.
That's all right. Oh, and I have to.
Thirsty. You good?
Yeah, I just I messed up my zoom.
Messed up your zoom?
Yeah.
Oh, my mistake. Your poor zoom level. Okay, but yeah, that's all. When you look through all these, it does appear all the rest were just uniforms.
That's all right.
So when you got towards the end, and like all the ones after this one were empty.
All right. I'll go back to the. I do have the key.
Yeah.
I might as well. I'll go to the second door with the key.
Okay. Same. Do you want to do the same thing you did as before?
I do want to do the same.
Okay. This one appears to scan your hand twice, but other than that, it appears to be the same basic procedure. Actually, that's wrong. Give me a higher or lower.
Lower.
Okay. As you put the key into this one, instead of pushing it out, this one seems to draw the key in the rest of the way. You've lost the key after it goes in.
That's unfortunate.
All right. As the door slides open before you, you gaze into what is clearly identifiable as a crew quarters. From the size alone, you would wager the captain's quarters at that. The room is pristinely arranged. The bed is made. Everything is put in its proper place, but it is obvious someone has been here recently. Strange knickknacks line the walls and shelves. Some of them you clearly make out as weapons, others are more abstract, while others still leave you feeling unsettled. Strange ritualistic objects, unfamiliar skulls, strangely constructed daggers, like and unlike the ones you hold, odd crystalline statues. The oddest thing, however, is something you can't quite make out, something you see resting on the far side of the room, above the bed. As you take a step into the room, moving closer to discern just what it is has caught your eye, a wave of unsettlement passes over you. As your eyes interlock with the figure in the portrait, you feel a strange familiarity from its image. You see an odd figure dressed in strange garb, a mysterious helmet obscuring its face, wielding a strange weapon and surrounded by even stranger company. The garb is familiar to you in some way. As your eyes scan the room, you spot an empty closet. An open closet. It's not empty, that's important. You spot an open closet on a nearby wall. Within the closet, it's not empty. You see the same garb the figure is wearing within the portrait, and all at once it strikes you where you've seen it before. Every warning, every history lesson, every back alley conversation has told you to fear them. An individual no one knows the true identity of, a figure with unthinkable power, an entity with a history of blood spanning nearly as far back as the colonization of the system itself. Before you sits the uniform of Corthol's Harbinger. I almost just said Harbinger wrong. That would have been bad. Harbinger. Okay, Steve Harvey. No,
Oh no.
sorry, that's not him. Don't you dare. As quickly as you realize the danger of your situation, you hear the door open once behind you again. Don't turn around. You hear Joe's voice order. His voice is the same as it was before, lighthearted, soft, cheerful, but now with a hidden malice beneath it. Beneath his words, you hear the sound of a weapon cocking. You should never have looked in places you didn't belong. I'm sorry it has to end this way. But first, can I ask you a personal question? Are you prepared for the kind of death you've earned, little man?
You should really keep your keys better on your belt.
It's the end of session 2.
I knew it! I knew the question was dangerous.
But that's important. Are you prepared for the kind of death you've earned, little man? All right, we're a little early today.
I'm not a little man. I'm 5'6".
You're not tall.
I'm average.
Joe's significantly taller than you.
That means nothing to me.
All right. So I forgot to give you points last time, so you get 4 points for last session and 5 points for this one.
All right. So
We have a little bit of time left. Yes, I know.
Yes, it is Thanos.
No, it's not.
It's Thanos. It's Steve Harvey as Thanos.
I shouldn't have said. I don't know why I said Steve Harvey.
It's too late
It was
now.
impulse.
You said it. It's recorded.
Oh no. All right. So we have a little bit of time left. Is there anything from this session you want to discuss? I think you covered, actually. I think you went in most areas.
Yeah, I think I got.
There was 2 rooms you didn't enter.
Yeah.
Okay.
How you feeling about that?
How you feeling about this session? How do you feel like your actions went?
Personally, I blame Joe.
You blame Joe?
Yeah.
For what? The whole thing?
Dropping the key. That's his fault.
You could have given it back to him.
I could have. But he was already gone.
You did have Curious, though.
I did. It would have been very hard not to go.
Well, he wasn't exactly gone. He had just left the door.
He's gone. I have no object permanence, as we've proven.
That's true. You could have also waited, as he asked.
I could have. Once again, waiting's boring.
All right. I mean, yeah.
And I'm curious, and I wanted to know.
Strictly speaking, that is all true.
I have not lied to you as of this moment.
As of this moment, have you lied to me in the rest of the session?
It's possible. I very much doubt it, though.
How do you like your little mark you got?
It worries me.
It worries you, huh?
Yeah, especially
Yeah?
because it goes away. Like, I feel like if it was constant, it'd be less worrying. But the fact that it appears and fades as necessary bothers me.
You'd like it better if it was just always there?
Yeah. Or like it
Didn't come back?
didn't come back. Yeah. Like I don't like that it like activates and then fades when it's not being used, so to speak.
That's fair. What do you think about your current spatial position?
As in,
Where do you think you are?
just
Just a little curious GM here. I know where you are.
where I am. I think part of me wants to say like a different layer of reality.
Okay.
Just like the part of me that knows sci-fi tropes.
That's fair. The meta part.
Yeah, like based on like the fact that the ship I was on like changed, quote unquote, multiple times. Like initially, but it was the same.
Oh, so you're thinking back to first session before you got on board.
Before I got on board, when it like blinked,
Okay.
quote unquote. And also the fact that when I woke up, everything was the same but different. Because all the bodies were gone and everything was reset and there was no like obvious like problems.
Oh, on that note, I forgot that you did not get those 2 marbles back. I didn't list them in what you got back. I just thought you should. I didn't explicitly state it, just something you might realize later on that I'm just going to say now.
Yeah. Where did I get the gun back?
No, you didn't. Correct. You also haven't seen the shuttle you were in, so
That's true. Although it was coming apart
a little bit.
I'm not super attached to it.
No, I didn't assume you were.
I'm more worried about Sam.
That's right. You just haven't seen your ship.
Yeah, he just wasn't there.
No, that's true. He wasn't.
So, and I don't know whether he left or he's just or I moved. I'm unsure.
All right.
Um,
See, what else is there that you can be worried about? Oh, how you feel about the star?
the star bothers me because
What are you thinking about it?
it's not there. And
Something is.
Something's there. My curiosity is whether the purple mist is connected in any way to the star or if they are 2 separate phenomena. I suppose that's for me to find out.
All right. Well, we're a little early still, but I think that's a decent stopping point. All right. Thank you for tuning in to Roll Out of Bed. Once again, I'm your Game Master, Nev.
And I am your player, Ian.
And I am going back to bed. All right. As always, tune in again next Friday, same time, 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. PDT. Whatever those letters mean. It's a time zone.
It is a time zone.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell your friends, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not actually that YouTuber. But, I mean, if you want to.
Ring the bell.
You ring the bell for notifications. I mean, sure, if you want to.
I guess.
Oh, we're still live.
We are
Okay.
still live.
Anyway. All right. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.